Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the very basics of adding and subtracting fractions. Now one of the first things to talk about is if I'm adding fractions, it is really important, I'm going to write this here, the bottom number which is called the denominator must be the same. Because if they're not the same, it won't work. So I'm going to underline that. And in later videos, I will show you that if you do how to do it when you have got a different denominator and how you change it so that the fractions do have the same one. But that's going to be in the future. So we need to start off with something quite simple. Like, for example, I want to add 1/5 and I want to add 2/5. There we go. The bottom number, the denominator is the same, so I've got no problem. So what's it going to look like? Let's do our bar. And first thing is we know that we are splitting it into 5 because it's fifths. 1, 2, 3. So let's have a look. Here I've got 1/5. All of these are a fifth. There we go. So let's have a look. And there's 1/5 here. Shade it in. So that's 1/5, and then 2/5 would be this one and this one, because there's 1/5 and add another one is 2/5. So let's shade that in as well. And there we go. So how many fifths have I got altogether? I have got 1, 2, 3. So that would be my answer. 3/5. Could have done that a bit larger, couldn't I? And it really is as straightforward as that. But notice that my bottom number, the denominator, has stayed the same. If you're going to get involved in Muppetry, you end up going 1 add 2 is 3 and 5 add 5 is 10. But I'm not dealing in tenths, I'm always dealing in fifths because that's what I've split this first whole into. Let me show you another example. So let's do 1/6 plus 3/6. I'll do my bar a bit larger this time so you can see it. Remember, always do your bars on squared paper and use a ruler, and then they will be much, much neater than mine. Split it into half, and then if I split each of these into 3, that will give me 6. Each one of these is a 1/6. Because there's 6 of them, and each block is 1. So let's do the shading again. There's 1/6. There we go. Even point to it. I need 3/6, which is 1, 2, 3. So let's go up there. Could have done that here actually, couldn't I? There's 1/6. There's 3/6. 1, 2, 3. So how many have I got altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/6. And it's exactly the same if I'm taking away. So let me do a couple of taking away examples. I'm trying to show this really simply. I'm making sure that I'm only ever dealing with fractions that are less than a whole. And in my next video, I'll explain what to do when it goes over a whole. But this one is, let's just do 4/7 take away 2/7. Let's draw my bar. And you know by now I'm going to split it into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that didn't work out very well, did it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They should, of course, all be the same amount. Now here, let's shade in 4 to start with, okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's my 4/7. Now take away 2/7, and I'll use a different colour. Take away 2/7. So let's cross this one out and cross that one out because I'm taking those away. And what am I left with? I am left with 2/7. And you'll notice that the denominator is staying the same the whole way through, and I'm doing 4/7. Take away 2/7 gives me 2/7 left. Let's go for 3/4. Take away 2/4. I'm sure you can tell me now that I know that the denominator is going to stay the same, so it's got to be quarters. 3/4 take away 2/4, or 3 take away 2, must leave me with 1/4. But let's just do the bar so you can see that that is in fact correct. Over we go. So there we go. These are all quarters. And I've got 3/4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take away 2/4. So let's scrub 2 of those out. 1, 2. And there I am. I'm left with 1/4, exactly as we worked out. And once you start seeing that, it becomes very straightforward. So I could have 6/9, take away 2/9 is going to equal, well, the denominator, the bottom number stays the same. 6 take away 2 is 4. I could have 9/10, take away 3/10, staying the same. The bottom number, the denominator, 9 take away 3 is 6. Just the same with adding. So, introduction to adding and subtracting fractions. We're going to take this on in the next video and look what happens when we go over 1. And after that, we will also look at what happens when the bottom number, the denominator, is different.